Hi there, this is Darci Frankel coming to you from my home office. Today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the flu, cold bug that's going around and some things that you can do to help yourself. According to Ayurvedic medicine, there's a few things that we can do to facilitate the process. So I'm giving you some of my best tips. So let's say that there's this head congestion. Maybe you have a cough, maybe you don't. If you have sinus pressure in your head or just pressure, sometimes we have pressure in our head and we don't know what it is. So if you have that kind of pressure, there's a few points that actually relieve some of the pressure. So I'll show you exactly where they are. So you find your eyebrow and you find the exact middle spot. And there's you can almost feel a little divot, a little dip right here. When you find that spot, it could be sore. So just do some pressure, circular pressure or press. Mine hurts. You could do both at the same time. Take a few breaths. The second one is follow the eyebrow and go underneath right on the bone. Slip your thumb in there. You'll feel a little divot. If I take a pen here, it's not a pen, it's just a stylus. Here's the bone right there. That's a good one. And we all know this point. Massage in circles, both directions. So these are three marma chikitsa points. According to Ayurveda, these are likened to acupuncture points. They connect to the sinuses, the respiratory apparatus. And of course, we know these. I can feel my sinuses. So that's number one. If you felt these points start to open just with the pressure, you can try this. So here's some kitchen medicine. Ginger. Ginger is great medicine. It's really good for the whole respiratory apparatus. It stimulates digestion. Ginger is amazing. I've cut a slice. You can literally take this slice of ginger without getting it in your eye, rub it here, right over your eyebrow, and then rub it on your forehead and rub it here. You can put slices of ginger here and let them sit. Of course, don't get them in your eye. This is a really great remedy, and it literally helps to clear the sinuses. If this doesn't work, I'll give you a couple more tips. Something's bound to work. Essential oils. One of my all-time favorite is thieves. What you do is you could take a couple of drops on the palm of your hand and breathe deep. Pause this. Go get your essential oils, whether you have tea tree oil, thieves, lemon, eucalyptus. Sometimes I keep essential oils just by my desk and it changes the mind, the emotional, mental state immediately. Essential oils are really, really great. Of course, we can overdo them, so always use common sense. Don't get them in your eye or any mucus, membranes. The second thing you could do with essential oils is get a big pot of boiling water, put a towel over it, and put a few drops of the essential oil. You want to take deep breaths. Common sense caution, make sure you don't get burned. And of course, if it stings or hurts, back away. Make sure it's not too hot or that your towel isn't going to get burned by the flame or the range. Be careful as you do that. Sometimes when we have a cold, we're fuzzy in our brain. You could also do Neti with salts and some essential oils. Neti is where we use a particular pot and we literally rinse out the nasal passageway by pouring warm, purified salt water or using some mild essential oils. I give complete instructions on one of my posts on my blog. And this is the head position for Neti, chin down and tilted. So it goes in one side and pours out the other. We use gravity for Neti. So we're starting from the top down. If there's congestion in the ears, you can gently work on the lymphatic system through here. When I explain some of these things to men, I use man terms like pretend like it's a squeegee and you're pushing down. We do one side at a time because we do not want to occlude our carotid artery. We could faint if you do that. If you have a fancy body brush, you can use that. This literally helps to pull the lymph down. So once you've done that, and we take our fingers and you just press and scoop, it's a kind of pumping action. And then you take your fingers through here and massage out and through here into the armpit. This will help to drain the lymph. So at that point, you want to just get your whole head involved. You could put a little coconut oil on and really massage through here under the jawline. Really massage through here, pull all of that down. And pump on this side as well. Go through here, go through the breast, and really pump that lymph. That should help to start clearing the lymphatic system, which helps to filter out different viri and bacteria. It's part of our immune system, but it does not have a pump all on its own. It moves in one of three ways. Do you know what they are? They are breathing, massage, and exercise. So we want to keep our lymphatic system moving, especially when we're not feeling that well. The next suggestion is to make some tea. I have throat coat, this seasonal sampler, Gypsy Cold Care is in it. There's a lot of great things in these. So get a big pot of water and put a whole bunch of tea bags in there. Put some ginger, black peppercorns are also really good. Turmeric is really great. So make some nice strong tea and sip that through the day. The other thing is to avoid anything cold. So cold in quality means temperature cold as well as cooling food. So we want to avoid dairy during this time. You want to also avoid sugar. It's really important because sugar decreases the immune system. So get a nice thermos and sip that of hot water through the day. That should really help you. And foods that are nourishing. So now let's move down to the lungs. If you start to feel heaviness in your chest, you really want to address that before things start to settle in there. You know, early on this year, we had so much rain and a lot of people got mold sick, and that could really settle into the body and wreak havoc. So we really want to take care of our lungs. So one of the things that the body just loves is heat. If you feel you want to induce heat, whether it's taking an Epsom salt bath, putting a hot water bottle on your chest. Remember, we're front, sides, and back. So the posterior or back area of the lungs really responds very well to heat. At my spa, sometimes we do the hot stones where we put these perfectly heated but not too hot stones all on the back, and it just helps to melt tension, and it also helps to support your lungs. Well, you can emulate that. If you do have some stones, heat them up in a crock pot. Make sure they get to a nice comfortable temperature where you can put them here, you know, like a baby bottle. Put them down on the bed or the couch and just lay down. They really retain the heat for quite some time. You could also use a heating pad on your back, right behind where the lungs are. And you'll find that if you're coughing a lot, massage there really, really helps. Massaging the neck as well. And these points right here on the upper trapezius are also really great points. If you feel achy in your chest, a couple of points to help the lungs are right here. So here's your clavicle. My clavicle is here. So right underneath the clavicle. So think about the ribs like this. And then they connect. So we have the ribs and the breastbone right here. So in between my fingers, each of these, you can massage each of these points. And if it feels tender, it's okay. It's actually a barometer. You know, massage is not only therapeutic, it can be diagnostic in ways as well. I'm sure you've heard about reflexology. These are reflexology points. These areas connect to the lungs. They help to strengthen the respiratory apparatus. They also stimulate the immune system. If you find one that's sore, work on it and go back to it and work on it a few times. Let's see, we've covered some marma points here, 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 here. We covered lymphatic massage, draining through the lymph. We talked about doing inhalation just like this, or using a big pot of water, beautiful teas. You can also just, if you only have ginger, you can just make ginger tea, and that's really helpful. Using the Neti pot. And if you don't have a Neti pot, that's fine. You don't have to do anything fancy. You have everything you need right here. These are my current top herbal remedies to help ward off a cold so you don't actually get it. You want to get these and have them on hand so you can take them. They're so important. I keep them in my wellness boutique at Hanalei Day Spa so that guests who come in can have an instant remedy, or I could have my backup. I just learned about this one this year in April. One of my acupuncture colleagues gave this to me, and it really works. So it's called Cold Snap, and she suggested that I take 3, and then every half an hour, take 3 more. Do that until you start to feel the symptoms subside, and it works. She said you don't want to exceed taking 24 of them, but that they're completely safe. I watched her 3-year-old chew them up and chase it down with water. The next one is traditional Chinese medicine classic called Yin Chow, and you could take these as directed. Sometimes we have allergies and we think it's a cold or flu bug. You can try nettles and quercetin. I love this company. Actually, my naturopathic doctor started this company, and he's an amazing healer. So the last thing I'll share with you today, I really believe that our bodies are wise. So whatever you can do to listen to the message that our body is saying and help it along, the better. So maybe your body's saying you need to slow down. Maybe your body is detoxifying from something. So remember, these herbs are allies, and our body is our ally. We just really want to listen to its language. So what is your body saying to you now? Do you need more rest? Do you need more exercise? Do you need to eliminate some things from your diet or lifestyle? Do you need to get to bed earlier? What are those things? Thank you so much for tuning in today. It's my pleasure and honor to serve and share this wealth of information. You can check my YouTube channel for more videos on how to be healthy and how to cleanse. I have a very full blog on HanaleiDaySpa.com. And please let me know which of these remedies works for you. Do your self-care practices. Do what nourishes you. Take great care, and aloha.